Check it out. You are watching The Refresh. So you claim you don't hate anybody, huh?
I don't hate nobody.
How do you know you don't hate nobody?
Because I always got love in my heart for people. They just gotta talk to me.
Oh, they gotta talk to you right, huh?
Yeah, well, they just gotta talk to me. We could talk it out. We could always talk anything out.
What if people talk and don't say the right thing to you? Make you feel some kind of way?
I'm learning. I'm trying to learn. That's in my growth. I'm trying to learn.
You broke.
I'm broke.
You fat.
I'm cool with it.
You unhealthy.
I'm cool with
You
it.
ain't a good poet.
I eat that.
You let go of yourself.
I eat that.
You letting your mama down.
I eat that.
Oh, you ate it, but did you see your facial expression change?
No, because I don't want to let my mom's down.
Listen, you ain't never gonna get to Africa.
I get that.
You ain't never gonna write your book.
I'll write it.
Your poetry falling off because you kind of crazy. I don't even understand what the hell you saying. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why you flashing like that? Why you keep showing up on our corners selling books and talking all that revolutionary shit? You can't even take care of yourself. You living on the motherfucking river, nigga. Check it out. You are watching The Refresh.
I'm a poet. I was sitting on earth to be a poet and write poetry. Period. I live a poet's life. You know, I go to open mics.
My ass is hungry. I really want a slice of pizza.
I'm over here in Sacramento, California on K Street.
I can't, cause everything is $17.
I would have never thought that I'd be in the place that I'm at right now, homeless on the goddamn streets.
My heart is hungry. I really want a slice of pizza.
My name is Dante Goodrich Jure, and my poetry name is Dante Palaio. People don't understand bipolar. It's like a roller coaster of emotions. 1 minute you can go from
Percocet, Miley Percocet.
then the next minute you can go from like 0 to 100.
Probably to see if somebody can help me out with a tent. I'm living on the river over here by Richards Boulevard, so if you can help out, that would totally be appreciated. Anything will do. Toiletries, toilet paper.
That's bipolar, and a lot of us probably are bipolar. I fell into deep depression during my senior year, during like my first semester. It started off with Psych High. I had a girlfriend at Psych High that went to New York, and she went to the Ailey school. And she came back and she kind of put it in my ear. I went to Africa, she went to the Ailey school. You know, I was out there for 5 weeks. This was during my my junior year going into my senior year. And I actually turned 17 out over there in Ghana, West Africa. And I learned how to hustle, one thing, because I noticed that what I do right now, I do these pop-up bookstores. It's the same thing as what everybody in Accra was doing at the markets. And that's why, like, I'm trying to bring Africa out here. You know, Africa is in my heart, and I know it can come out here and become something beautiful.
Stay tuned to find out how Dante fares on his journey to rehabilitation.
When I came back home from Africa, it was very hard for me because I went through a culture shock. And it wasn't the culture shock of me going to Africa and that was a shock. It wasn't a shock. That was just home. Coming back to America was a culture shock for me because I went from a place where there were millions of beautiful melanated black folk to Sacramento.
Yeah, I'm stranded. I'm over here by Sac City, and I just want to say, I don't know, if you could help me out, I'll totally appreciate it. Anybody that comes online. Let me turn this off. Nobody gonna help me.
People weren't showing that much hospitality as the people in Africa were showing, and I miss like people. It was warm. It was like going to grandmother's house. Here, not quite. It's just back to the American way, and it was just very hard. And I fell into deep depression during my senior year, during like my first semester. That depression led to suicidal thoughts, led to all kind of bad thinking of myself, like low self-esteem and everything. When we came back to school our senior year, she just would not stop talking about New York. New York this, New York that, New York this, and pumped it in my ear. So me and my homegirl, Nakima, and her, we ended up going to New York. But like all around the same time, around 2002. So I left out there, you know, just to kind of get out of SAC and experience something new. And, you know, just kind of, I wanted to kind of live my 20s in New York. So, and I really did. I lived my whole entire 20s in New York City. Try to develop a name for myself, get out from under my mother's name. When you have a mother or a parent of high profile, we kind of suffer a little bit because it's like we feel like we have to live up to that. My mother has a PhD, 2 MAs, you know, and I'm like, I don't even really like school like that, you know. Well, in 2014, I probably went through my 3rd or 4th bout of depression. And I decided just to exit the community. I came in to show my face up again after being away for like probably 10 years or something like that. I was in New York at the time, but I decided to leave.
Check out session 1. It's the refresh.
My family, they deal in their own way. I can't say they're not able to deal because my family does support me. But I've cut off my brother, I've cut off my stepfather, I cut off my dad. But it's just because we get into these arguments when I'm at that polar state or whatever you call it, and I know I end up hurting them just like they end up hurting me. You know, don't get it twisted. I get hurt too. So if you say something to me that's negative, I don't forget that. Just because I'm bipolar doesn't mean you can say anything to me and I'm just supposed to accept that. You know, you can treat me any kind of way. People say it's a chemical imbalance, but it's a natural reaction. If you make me mad, I'm gonna get mad. If you pitch me or slap me, I'm gonna get mad. So it's just a natural reaction. That's why I really don't, it's weird to me because I feel like I'm just being myself. And me being myself is you wanna put a diagnosis over it? Okay, so I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, I'm bipolar then. If that's what you wanna call 0 to 100, I'll take it. It pisses me off because I can't be my natural self. It's like my natural self is a condition. And you treat me like that. People in my community treat me like that. And you got the whole community talking about me. It makes me angry. It just makes me angry. I don't even know if they know, but they're diagnosing it themselves and they post it themselves. I don't know if they know because I never really explained to. But right now, it's in my poetry. It's in my poetry. A baby, I'm living away. A baby, I'm living away. Back in the day, when I was a young one, they called me a dum-dum. No brain, mental illness. Sacktown got me going. It's just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll say stuff like that. No brain, mental illness. And they might be like, oh, he got a mental health problem. So I'm going to attack him. Who attacks people that are sick?
Now this is what we're here to deal with. If you define, name, speak, create, and heal yourself, no one else has anything else to do with that process but you. They can come into your being, they can come into your world, they can side note, comment. They're free to do those things. So let's take what everybody else did out of it. Even though that shit made it worse, made it sting, probably gave you suicidal moments.
It did. It didn't. You know what? I'm strong. I feel like I'm strong now.
Okay.
But I know who I was when I was depressed. And I feel like I protect that person too.
Absolutely.
And everything. So I look at that person like, what if you were to do this if I was in that dark space?
Right.
I don't really feel like I'm in a dark space now, but I know I got my shit.
Where is the light? Because it's your responsibility to carry your light. So even with this condition, when it's a chemical imbalance, do you want to take pharmaceutical medication?
No.
Why?
Because I don't like the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel off.
If that's the case, you have the right to choose not to do that.
Yeah.
But what's the alternatives that you're choosing? Be honest.
I smoke weed.
Okay. So is smoking weed the only medicine that you need to be feeling like you have the light and not in the darkness anymore?
It just makes me feel balanced.
Okay.
Because if I don't, like after a while, if I don't smoke, like I could get to that 0 to 100 point.
Okay, so it cools your head,
It cools my head.
but there's more work to be done.
There's a lot more work to be
And
done.
weed, if it's not handled like a medicine, it will become a fine line of addiction, right? Because we can be addicted to anything, right?
can.
You can be addicted to sex, a pair of shoes. I know people, they open a box, oh, they smell brand new shoes and it does something to them. It's whatever fix that adrenaline and that dopamine, right? So at this point, I sense, I'm gonna call you out on some stuff. You gotta own your shit right now.
It's cool.
I sense you're a little addicted to going off on people. And it makes it easy to excuse yourself because we can, in our own way, use our ailments to excuse ourselves. Outside of marijuana, you know you need more to balance yourself than that. You need a whole regimen and a healing system. That's your responsibility.
Yeah.
So in owning our shit, we can say, okay, this piece of medicine helps me here. You know, it's legal, ain't no shame now. We know that this is now honored as a medicine, but it's not the only form of healing. So it's now turning into just an addiction, and it's something that just day to day to get me by. We want to heal.
Yeah, but I'm a like, see,
Tell me.
you say it's an addiction, but see, when I'm off weed, that's when I was in that depressed space.
Okay,
So I feel like when I smoke, I can actually talk to people.
that's fine.
You know, but I don't want that to be I want to be able to talk to people anytime.
There you go.
Yeah,
So
without it.
we're agreeing right now.
Yeah.
As much as you showed up with a little bit of resistance, because you know we hold on to our vices. That's like I'm man or I'm woman. You can't be talking about my baby. You can't be talking about my vices. I love my
water
vices.
right now.
Okay,
Like, just like
but
water.
we really gotta. No matter what it is, we have to be honest and say if we needed to wake up, to go to sleep, to cope, to eat, to drink, that's an addiction. It doesn't mean that we can't be addicted to our medicines.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, people get addicted to the Prozac.
There you go. Somebody is gonna say, you ain't got your shit together. Your mom is embarrassed to you. Why are you living on the side of the street? You a genius. Go get a job. That's what they gonna say.
They saying.
That's what they gonna say. And what are you gonna do? When's the last time you got this honest with yourself?
Never.
Ever?
You don't know. You don't do this in our community. You know this.
It's embarrassing. It kind of feels weird.
We don't talk about it.
How does it feel to talk about it?
Great.
Why?
Because it's therapy.
Why is it therapy?
Because we need it. We need to have conversations like this.
What would you say to other people that would never try some crazy stuff like this? Therapy.
What I say though?
What would you say to people to be open to therapy?
We need to talk. We need to conversate with each other, talk about our issues and our problems. So you need to get it out. Catholics, they go to confession. We need our own confessions. You know, we need to get it out because if you hold it in, like you say, it's swelling me up. It's all in here. It's all in all this weight. It's the reason why I look into the mirror and I say I'm ugly. I don't like myself because look at me. You know, it's all inside of me. You hold it in. Holding this stuff in, it's not healthy.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Look at me. This is the vulnerability that we run from. No. Lay down. Let this earth hug on you. Don't worry about no bugs, no dirt, nothing. Somebody is trying to love on you, and you are saying no. So why would anybody say yes to the love you have to give? Your head is so hot. Your body is so on fire. Look how long it took for me to break through you for 10 minutes. I'm cool. That's what the hell we do in this world, and that's why we end up in the situations we're in. The earth is loving you and hugging you. I am loving you and hugging you. It is your decision to use the spirit of discernment to figure out and have healthy people to love on you. That's all. When someone healthy is trying to love on you, it is okay to receive it. Because if you can't receive it, how you gonna go around helping all these babies that's waiting on you to get your shit together and own your shit? That's what's fair. That's what's right. That's what's good.
I've had so much genuine authentic love turnover.
Then forgive them and release them because they're not the ones to give it. You keep coming up with what everybody did to you before, and that is paralyzing you from moving forward to the future that is waiting for you, young man. They are dealing with their own mess too. Bless them and hope that they own their shit along the way. That you cannot go keeping a tally of every time somebody hurts you. We all gonna get hurt. That's a part of love, believe it or not. It's a risk. But you gotta take it. Do you want to write your book? Do you want to help these children? Do you want to travel? Do you want to set up shop? If so, you gotta receive the love from the people that are gonna support you through this hard time so that you can know what it feels like to be broken down to absolutely nothing. And then when you're put in the position to do it for another, you know how vulnerable it takes. That's why I'm able to do this for you. Stop prolonging the inevitable. Receive love, recycle it, put it back into the universe, and allow it to do what it do. But this resisting and letting yourself go, it's a expedited road to death. And I don't see you in the business of dying anytime soon. Open your eyes and look at me. I'm right here. People that love you will be there. And when they're not able, forgive them and let them go. They've served their purpose for as long as they did. And that's okay. That is absolutely okay. Because you don't own nobody. They're going to come into your life, love on you, and then they're going to go. And there's some that's going to stay for a long time. And it's okay. So that's your mantra. I can receive love. Say that. Say it loud like you say in an open mic slam poetry and it's $1 million champ winning in it for you.
I can receive love.
Say it with a long vibration with an ohm somewhere in there.
I can receive love.
Can you do a freestyle for me now?
I can receive love. I can receive love. I can receive love.
Break it down. Give me some poetry.
I can receive love.
Give me some medicine.
I can receive love.
Why?
Because it is inside me.
What does it feel like to receive
Peace.
peace? And doesn't that sound like the perfect medicine for someone who's been told they are mentally unstable? Peace of mind. That should sound good.
All you need is love.
So if that's all you need, and now you figured out to receive it, that means you have all you need, right?
Yeah.
So maybe there's a deep connection in you not being able to receive love, you feeling like you don't have all you need, so that's why you choose to live without sustainability. The current condition that you're in and being homeless is a physical manifestation of saying, I don't need love, I don't need support, I don't need care, I don't need the system, I don't even need a system. I'll just check out and let myself go. That's not the option. So now do you see the connection? That belief of I don't need love means I don't need anything. Not a house, not food, not shelter. And at 20 years old, going to New York to figure that out on your own was really, really hard, dude. So forgive yourself and pick up where you were at 20 years old and get your food, clothing, and shelter. Have peace of mind. Write your book in your home and get out into the community and heal people. And either go to Africa or bring Africa here. Doesn't that sound like a plan?
Plan.
Food, clothing, shelter. Repeat after me. Food, clothing, shelter. Health.
Health.
Book.
Book.
Africa.
Africa.
Is that your dream?
Food, clothing, shelter, health, book, Africa. Food, clothing, shelter, health, book, Africa.
Look at me. Say it.
Food, clothing, shelter, health, book, Africa. If you don't have nothing on my food, clothing, shelter.
I can't talk to you if you ain't got. You can't be my friend if you're not helping me get to what? My food, clothing, shelter, my health, my book, my Africa. I can't kick it with you if you ain't about my food, clothing, shelter, my health, Africa. Can't smoke with you if you ain't about my. Cause they be putting stuff in that shit. You gotta watch them crazy people.
I know.
Ain't nothing wrong with a to-do list.
Yeah.
And when you sit in that depression and you got that idle time and you're thinking about all the problems, a to-do list literally can snap you out of it. I got shit to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're right about
Something
that.
simple. Not all of our medicine is in weed and in medicine and even counsel. Sometimes it's discipline and organization, yo.
Yeah.
And at 20, you probably didn't get that set in. So how was you going to figure that out there, you know?
Well, it's like who's teaching it to us?
Yeah. Who's teaching us?
That's why I feel like.
That's me.
Yeah.
I teach that.
Yeah.
Food, clothing, shelter,
Yeah.
health, book,
Africa.
Africa.
Yeah.
That sounds like love.
It is.
Thank you, Dante.
Thank you.
Feel better? How you feel?
A lot better.
Why?
Because I know where I need to. I know what I need to do.
Do you feel refreshed?
I feel really refreshed. But you know, actually, a door is open that wasn't open before, and that is to learn to receive love.
Dante continues to struggle with his mental health and homelessness.
We're headed to go check out Dante right now. As I mentioned, we had a great session yesterday, very intense, some serious breakthroughs, and it's a follow-up day the next day, and we need to go check him out. We need to see how he's feeling. It's not just my job to bring people to the doorway of their healing, but it is to be their compassionate witness. And when you're dealing with people's trauma, when you're dealing with people separating themselves from their pain body in order to recognize what their issues are and really, really get instrumental about how they're gonna be creative and find the resources for their healing, that could bring up a lot of dormant issues, a lot of feelings, a lot of memories connected to trauma and other issues of trauma as well. So we want to check in on his temperature, his emotions. We want to see if he's ultimately staying in the space of owning his responsibility, of owning his shit, meaning that there's some basic things he needs to follow through on. Being consistent with his housing, putting healthy foods into his body, being in a meditative space so that he can maintain peace of mind and some of the mental and emotional practices. These are the things that we're checking on today. So follow me, let's go find Dante.
Hey, Auntie. Hey, how you doing? I'm good. I'm over here.
This is where you live?
Come over here.
You are out here.
You gonna let me stay? You gonna let me stay in Meadowview? You can park your bike over here. Huh? Yeah, you need a ride?
No, you're right.
Oh, okay.
This is where you sleeping? You know where I live.
Yeah, but last time I saw you was over at Cesar Chavez.
I was out here last night. Last night I was slept downtown. Hungry, need a cigarette. Yeah. So this is work though. Like, it ain't cool. They need to take care of the homeless people.
You got a nice view, don't you? Riverfront property.
So, thank you for allowing me to come into your space, because no matter what kind of space it is, it's your sacred space. Something, a little drum here. Do you play?
Yeah, I got this in Ghana in 1999.
Oh, really? Can I play?
Yeah.
I don't know how good I am, so look, don't be playing. You got this. So this was a drum you got from the trip to Ghana.
Yeah.
The trip.
That was my drum. I had to get a drum.
The trip that changed your life.
Yeah.
And you're here on the river. Okay, I won't do too much more than that. You have to play for me and do some poetry before I leave. I know that the river and your location and your life is also indication of where you are spiritually. So you're here at the river. What does that mean to you?
I miss my mother.
Did you call her? Because that was one of your to-dos. Have you called her?
We talked. We went out yesterday.
How was it?
It was good.
Progress. Okay, so what came of that?
Well, she just came to meet up with me. She got me dinner. And we went to New Helvetia. That was nice.
Okay.
And she just talked about she gonna help me out with 3 months and 24-hour fitness.
So your showers will be taken care of. Your health.
Gospel, yeah.
So you knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone. You reconnected with your mom and you asked for help. Oh my gosh, that was hard. And not the desperate, I'm in an emergency last minute, my Uber down help. It's I'm reconstructing my life and I'm taking you up on your offer help. That's not guilt. That's love, and you can receive that. So that's one thing on the list that you acknowledged yesterday you want to do, and you made that call immediately. And it's not a guilt give. She said, I want to give this, and this is going to help you so you can be clean and healthy and start working out. So you got mom on track, you got working out and a clean body every day on track. What about the housing? Did you follow up? Did they call back? Did you hear anything yet?
Now I haven't started on housing, but I started
Okay.
on my storage. That's the beginning of
The
housing
beginning,
because I feel
yeah.
like once I have my stuff in order there,
Yeah.
because that's really my only housing right
Right.
now when you think about it, because all my stuff is there.
Right.
I can't bring everything here because stuff will get stolen.
I like the fact that you made a connection to, I can't just rent out and get a job. I can't just rent out and get a house, because I think that's what a lot of people think the solution is. If they have a house, everything's okay. But the reality is you have to learn how to organize, pay bills, keep things in a certain order. So you're right. For you to go to what is your home now that stores your belongings and things you like, for you to go and see that I need to get this space in order before I ask for anything else, that's going to create more space for you. That's a good look. So how did you feel yesterday?
I feel good because that's why I went, after I saw you, I went straight to my storage and I was just like, you just do this because I've been putting it off.
And I think I saw you went to poetry.
Yeah, I did.
How was that?
It was awesome.
Why was it awesome?
Because that's my business.
That's
Because I
right.
set up my bookstore. You said food,
Right, clothing, shelter, health, books, Africa. All the book
What are you talking about?
Okay, speaking of books, before we go, I definitely wanted to do our check-in, so we got that. I'm glad to see that you're on track, because my main thing in doing this work is I'm not here to just rip people's wounds over and leave you dangling. You know, I'm not a millionaire. Like I said, I don't have 1,000,000 degrees behind my name yet. I don't have all the answers, but I know that I know how to stimulate you and get you frustrated enough to do something about it. And yesterday, it sounds like you made some calls and you're on track. And that's my only job, is to get you aware that you don't have to deny that you can be healthy, and then acknowledge those steps. Do you feel that? Okay. So did I do a good job? Is my job done here?
Visionary, 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 visionary flows. Go flow, talk about my intellect. The moon pulls, contracts, straight causing the tides. Like the moon, you are the light. The sun reflects in your eyes. Processing in the brain what you feel and know. So feed in knowledge. Don't ever stop, always go to the highest level of what you can overcome. Then that bastard oppressor can never call you dumb. Fuck Donald Trump. I got that visionary, 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 visionary flows. Go flow, talk about my intellect. People, we will soon see the light. Children, the future may come tonight. Women, rise up and stand tall. True men avoid obstacles that make you trip and fall. We may overcome all this shit that we deal with every day. It's a trip, and I know we will soon win the fight. Cause on a holistic level, everybody gets real rights to be free as we can be. Never blinded by others that cannot see. We are strong as a unit when we come together. But freedom will only ring until we get real clever and understand the true plan, the master plan, erase ignorance.
All I wanna do is straight holler. I give it all I got with all my might. I live my life. I'm gonna do me right. I am the gift. I am the God